Welcome to today's stream. I'm still trying to get audio and all that kind of stuff sorted. I left some things at home, as usual, so currently dealing with that. If I am too quiet, please let me know. I will try to adjust the gain of my microphone. Give me a moment while I kind of put stuff together. Making sure that the streaming terms are good before I share screen. Alright, looks like I am all good. Oh wow, looks like I have 150 followers now. I should run that one up to 150. Appreciate it to whoever did that. Alright, I'm not working with a stream deck, so it takes me a second to get stuff in order. Where are my overlays? Excuse me. This isn't good. I wish it were easier to use the Twitch app on the on iOS. It's not. It's not very easy. It's really confusing. Easier to use the Twitch app on the on iOS. It's not. And that's not to say that the website isn't confusing either. The website's just as confusing. Uh, like they make it really hard to just like see your stream manager, which is all I want to see. Like I don't care about anything else. But all right, so maybe there is no stream manager. Maybe I just have to deal with it. All right, whatever. Well, if there's chat and I don't respond, it's because I can't see. All right, cool, we're good. Get rid of that. The fuck? So that name is funny to me. Harder. I wish I could get harder.com. I'm in Thailand right now, and I know that I think Durex, most of the condoms are made here because they got a lot of the rubber here, latex trees and shit. So a lot of condoms are made here. So it's like I could find the manufacturer who makes condoms and call them harder. It's like you buy them from your phone, immediate delivery. Maybe I can do custom sizes for the for the other people. Yeah, but it's already registered. So, all right, so much for that. I'll keep moving on with the work that I'm doing. All right, so those of you who are watching, I am going to be this year focusing on building up my content on my YouTube channel. And I already took a poll on my YouTube channel. Not many people participated, but those who did, they are interested in learning how to program. So as a result, I will do some content showing people how to do just that. And right now here is kind of like a short list. Like I've just started thinking about this today. When I say today, I mean like really 20 minutes ago. I woke up maybe 40 minutes ago. And this is where I'm at so far. So I want to talk about some of these things. And these could, honestly, each one of these could be its own video, right? So like I can maybe just like start here, and then I know that there's a lot more detail into here that we can go into. Let me go ahead and put in functions. And yeah, so like when we get into functions, sure, there's definitions of functions and all that kind of stuff, but we can get really advanced with it. We get really advanced with it. And control flow, this async flip falls into here as well, so I'll probably leave that blank. So we'll start off with the primitive types. Okay, this is going to be the how to program sheet for now, because I don't really know what this is going to look like. I'll give structure, organization, all that kind of stuff once I have something worth organizing. At the moment, the first thing that I want to kind of go ahead and go into, or at least start capturing, are answers to this, right? So what are the primitive data types? Shit, I think I had to pick a language. It depends on the language. Shit. So I know a lot of languages. Let's see what the most popular languages are. I'm programming languages. Okay. Okay. That may be the answer to. Okay, sure. I will use JavaScript. Wow, 60. Wait, what? 70%? Oh, 70%. Wow. Okay. But before I do that, let me also check out some of the tools on whatever YouTube is. Okay. Okay. I don't. Oh, is it ideas? No. There are some tools that they provided in the past. Okay. Let me switch over to something else first. I'm on my laptop. I don't have multiple screens. Sorry, I may have to go into some not so public research. All right. So let's see how JavaScript is ranking right now. And hi, JavaScript tutorial for beginners. Okay, so that's what this is going to be. JavaScript tutorial tutorial for beginners. Now you may be wondering, like, who am I to be telling people how to use JavaScript? Well, I don't actually know JavaScript. I mean, I know a little bit. I know enough. But I'm more of a TypeScript person. So there are certain things about JavaScript that I am not really too familiar with. But anyways, what are the primitive types? JS primitives. I want to say we have a Boolean, a string, object, number, a symbol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 7. There should be 7 types. Yeah, so we have Boolean, string, object number, symbol. Is null a type? Is null and is null and undefined? There may only be 6. Let's see. JS primitive types. Oh shit, undefined. Okay. Oh, and bigot. That's a new one. So undefined is also a type. I thought null. Okay. So I got null is undefined. My gosh. And then bigot, which is the new one for larger numbers. So I guess object is it one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there are only 7 types. Why do I have 8? Object is not a type. Oh, it's not a primitive type. Okay. Get rid of that. So that's wrong. That's not a type. Yeah, okay, all right. I mean, an object is a type, but it's not a primitive type. And I want to go over primitive types first because, if I'm going to be showing people how to, program in a language, they need to understand, like, what are these things? What are these words? Yeah, yes and no. For instance, the way that you do imports are slightly different, and that confuses me. There are certain, I guess, semantics that exist in TypeScript that basically, when I say I don't know something, I mean, like, I don't know how to explain it. First, let me change my camera. Let me do that first. Okay, all right. Yeah, so I guess what I mean is that when I don't understand something, I'm still probably better at that thing than like 90% of people on earth. Like when for me to understand something is for me to be able to build it myself. And for JavaScript, there are certain things that, I didn't really truly learn because I learned TypeScript first. I never learned JavaScript. So all the JavaScript I know is from TypeScript. But what I'll often find is I'll have to write something that may not work, and then I'll have to like figure out the JavaScript way of making that work. But yeah, you're right. I think it's like 95% the same, but it's that little 5% that really makes a big difference for someone like me. All right, so we have Boolean, all right, cool. So some of these things, I imagine, like, I need to figure out like who my audience is, right? Like the typical person who doesn't know how to program, they likely don't know what a Boolean is, right? Or who Boolean is. So let's figure out who Boolean is. So we'll just say, what's a Boolean? So we want to answer that question. So someone bull, I forgot his first name. Is it Charles? Boolean. George. Okay. Same thing. George, Charles. It's one of those English UK names, Anglo names. All right, George Bull. Mathematician. Why did he come up with it? Boolean. Okay, so his notable idea was Boolean algebra, which, yes, okay. Yeah, so Charles Bull. Oh, and it's not Charles. It's gosh, what's his name? George. That's probably not George either. Hold on, let me figure out what his name is for real. Oh, it is George. Okay. All right. So we'll say George Bull. He's father of Boolean algebra. Oops. Algebra. All right, cool. Yeah, so if you're watching this and you already know how to program, that's great. What I would encourage you to do is to, like, if you are going to watch this, you may learn some things about programming too, or just problem solving in general. But I plan to try to stream. I'm going to try to stream the building of this YouTube channel, or rebuilding of it, I should say. I used to be a very active YouTuber. I was monetized and all that kind of stuff in the past. And due to life, I stopped. But now I'm getting back into it. So if you are someone who is also interested in learning about, building a YouTube channel up and, what it takes, like making videos, how to edit, recording content, all that kind of crap, this will be great for you. And I forgot to check if I am streaming in the right format, but I guess I am. We're gonna have to accept it. All right, so I'm not sure if Dandy McGee is here, so I'm gonna reply to him and say thank you. All right, so what I'm going to have to do is to boil this whole thing down to like something simple, right? Now, when I was in school and I was learning, like I actually had to learn like Boolean algebra, like the real Boolean algebra. Like this is what I learned first for computer science. So like when we're thinking about Boolean, it's just like yeah, we just know it's just 1 0 this thing. But I also know all of these other things behind it. Now, what's going to be an interesting challenge for me is to figure out how much of that is actually useful. Well, it's all very useful, but like to people who just want to build a web page and change the color of a button. You obviously don't need to know this to change the color of a button. So my challenge is going to be how do I balance, all of this, which is incredibly useful. Like there are actually some really nice, well, for instance, like associativity of gosh, what's the one? Is that the or? Yeah, I think that's or, which is union, disunion. Let's figure out the words because I don't know the words anymore. I now only use and, or, and not. But in discrete algebra, which is what we called it, we used this right here. And it was either called a union or disunion or something like that. I forgot the operators. Let's see. Oh, wait. Conjunction, disjunction. There you go. That word. So, okay. So I was right. It's or. I know that is or. The V. I'm over here like my camera's in front. The V right there. All right, and we have our not operator. I don't know what it's called. Let me see what it's called. Negation. Okay. Wow. Wow. It is right. Is that okay? And we also have exclusive OR, which is also known as XOR or XOR. And I want to say there should be some other ones that we can build up, but these rules are incredibly important. There's laws that fall out of this, like the Morgan's Law, which like here's basically I'll read this. It states that not X and not Y is equivalent to not X or Y, right? So like these are really awesome equivalences because it allows you to take a large and more complicated expression and essentially reduce it down, because you can essentially rewrite it into that. And it's helpful if you're if you're trying to work through proofs or anything like that. This is also really cool as well. We draw these little diagrams to kind of model out logical expressions. But we're not going to be doing all that. Like I'm going to try to keep this focused on mostly how to program. All right. So we'll say follow Boolean algebra, and then the key insight. That's what I want to figure out. Like I don't need to figure out what the key insight of this is. So let's see. Okay, formal way of describing logical operations. I think that's a key insight. All right, now there are a few things that we care about. There are three primary operators. And that's going to be and, oh gosh, oh wait, gosh, I forgot how you, maybe I can search for it. Type. Wait, I thought this only gave me my my emojis. Does this give me symbols as well? I wonder if it gives me math symbols. Yes, okay. Or okay, maybe not. Wait a minute. Where? Like this is math, right? Like it was called discrete math. That means math, doesn't it? I don't see the operators. All right, here's one. Well, wait, no, never mind. That's not it. That's not it. Okay, now this sucks. Technical symbols. No, number, letter-like symbols. Okay. I guess I'm going to be learning a lot. I'm learning myself, so I'm going to learn how to figure out. What just happened? Yeah, I'm going to learn how to, I guess, draw these symbols. When I was in college, we used LaTeX, so I never learned how to like find these keys on my keyboard. All right. Boolean algebra. Dis is it conjunction? Disjunction? Maybe I can just do that. Just copy. It's cheating, but whatever. So we're gonna V. It's not V, but I always call it V because it looks like a V. A. And this also is an A, but it looks like an A, so I'm gonna call it an A. And then bar. Again, I don't really know what it is. It's like a weird table chair thing. So this is going to be the conjunction, also known as and. This is disjunction. I think it's disjunction. I don't know. I know what. Oh wait, that's not. This is or. This is negation, and this is not. All right. So man, in order to describe these, we're gonna have to talk about a few or two different types of operands. Right. So this right here is an operator, and these operators are gonna have gosh, what's the word? Basically, they're like, it takes a certain number of arguments, right? Like a function can take the arity. Like I think these have an arity, all right? So like operator arity. Yeah, here we are. Yes, so arity is the number of arguments or operands taken by a function, operation, or relation in logic. I'm not sure if this is the same, but we basically are gonna borrow some of the terminology from it. So this right here is a binary operator, right? So we'll say types. Oops. Types of operators. We're gonna have unary and binary for now. And then we also have like postfix, prefix kind of thing, and all that kind of thing. But I don't know what that's called. Like if it's, or if it matters, right? Like maybe unary is a certain way. But yeah, that's enough for that. So let's kind of explain what that means. So a unary operator, take a single. How about instead of take, we'll say operate on a single operand, whereas binary operators require two operands. All right. So with that, maybe I should move that there. Do that. Now I can say what type of operator this is. So this is going to be a binary operator. And we'll do that. And this is unary. All right. So just from this, like, just from like trying to figure out what's a Boolean, right? Because that's really what this is. This first one. Like, all right, well, why is it called a Boolean? Well, it's just named after a person. And why is it named after this person? Well, he's the person who created Boolean algebra, a very useful branch of mathematics. This key insight may not be correct. I will revise that, but it's good enough for now. Or I can just say high level view, the point. There, that's better. All right. Okay, so now that we have, I guess, a little bit of background, we need to understand what potential values this type can take, or the set of values, right? Okay, so this is easy. You can be true or you can be false. No other. And this right here, this set of values, this is important. Set of values. What are the set of values this type can be, right? This is literally what a type is. Like a type is it gives a name to that set of values. So in in particular case, if we were to write it out as a set, maybe I'll use curly braces. We'll use this. I think it's normal to use parentheses for sets. Don't quote me on that. I may be lying right now. I think I am. But if I am, just correct me. So if we had true and false, well, this is a boolean. This is bool. Like that's the type. So like we could refer to it by this because this is easier for us. We may not know what the potential values are because there could be many values. You know, in case of another type like a string, for instance, the set of all possible strings is the type string. It's interesting. It's maybe a little circular. Anyways, I am going to take a quick break right quick. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. After I figure out how to pause it and give you, I'm not on my typical setup. Break. There we are.
something.
Sorry, y'all. I don't have. I just don't have my stream deck, so it's a little harder for me to manage these things. Okay. All right. So I left off saying that a type is basically the set of values that something can take. So in this case, a Boolean can take one or two values, true or false. Right, so that's all we have for Booleans. This isn't really the easiest type. The easiest type is probably null and undefined, but it's probably confusing to most non-technical people. Precision is important in our world, but in the rest of the world, precision and ambiguity is optional. So it's not optional here. Let's go into undefined. What does that mean, undefined? So let's first call Boolean. We're going to say Boolean. Like so. And we'll make this a header. All right. Now we also want to do we want to do undefined. We want to do null. All right, so the way I'm doing this, at least the way I think I'm doing this, is by difficulty or complexity. And the way I'm determining complexity is the number of possible values that a given type can take. So undefined, well, that is the type. It can only be one type or one value, which is undefined. We're going to go into what that means. So undefined, a type that represents a value. It's technically not a value. That's the part. But I'm going to say a type that represents a value that hasn't been assigned. So I think, and this may be false, but I'm going to say undefined is the default value for any undefined is the default value for any unassigned variable, which we're then going to have to talk about what variables are, which I already have in my notes. But now the question is just like, when it comes to is it pedagogy? Is that the word? When it comes to like introducing certain topics and subjects in order so that we can, keep you learning, this is where things get interesting, because like undefined relates to variable. Well, all of these types relate to variables, so maybe variables come first. yeah, maybe variables come first. But anyway, we'll keep defining this. So a type that represents a value that hasn't been assigned. Undefined is the default value for any unassigned variable. Oops. The only value that undefined can take is undefined. So undefined, I'm going to use capital. The only value that undefined type can take is undefined. All right. And null, on the other hand, in JavaScript is a type that represents nothing. A type that represents nothing. A null type, wait, what? Null type that represents nothing. All right, so null type represents nothing. This is what I would call like an explicit type. Well, it is the absence of a value, but it's not the absence of a value. Well, it is an absence of a value. This right here means that something hasn't been assigned. Yes. All right, cool. Null is type that represents nothing. Maybe I don't introduce operators here. So we will have operators. All right, let's see what they have to say on null. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't. All right, fine. All right, so we have undefined, null, and a boolean, and numbers. The rest of these are quite easy, I think. So the next one is going to be a number. It's just literally like the counting numbers. Or, yeah, we'll just say all numbers. Most numbers. Floating point. And then we have big large whole numbers. Yeah, numbers, big int, and what's the other one? One of these, like some of these are so easy, like I don't have to get into details. Wait, where are my types? I thought I had to type somewhere. Here. Boolean, string, number, null. So yeah, so we have Boolean, null, undefined, big int, and number. These two are really easy. Symbol is it will be challenging for beginners. So I may just ignore it and just be like, well, symbol is a thing, and kind of just gloss over it. But it's mostly useful for library authors or people who are extending the language itself, which I guess that's a library author, right? All right, and a string. So string is going to be letters, characters, sentences, paragraphs, effectively text. So if I look at this definition for numbers on MDN, it's not going to say most numbers you could think of. It's going to probably say something like floating point, something double precision, some BS. I am of the mindset that most normal people who have no idea what the hell a variable is, that's not going to mean anything to them, right? Double precision, 64, yeah, that means jack shit to no one but me. Um, and then referencing IEEE, no one knows what the fuck IEEE is. I do, but like most people have no fucks. They don't care, right? It's an engineering and electrical engineering organization. Let's just pretend there are not that many electrical and computer engineers on planet Earth. And then let's also pretend that even if there were, like most of them probably wouldn't be dealing with the same thing. So, so they wouldn't know this. The point is that this, like the definition that MDN gives, is for a technical audience. And one of the things that I'm going to try to do, I'm not sure how successful I'll be, is I'm going to try to make this approachable to an audience, just like anyone, like a general audience. So that's why I'm kind of giving these like a short sentence like large whole numbers. I think most people know what that is. And then numbers is just like most numbers you could think of. I think that's, yeah, including, and we'll say including decimals. Yeah, cool. Now, the only reason why Boolean seems like I went into a little bit more is because Boolean, like, first of all, that's not a word. I mean, it is a word now, but like, it's not something that people will know what that is, like bool or Boolean, because I mean, it's not really a word. Like, it's from a person's name, and because it's a person's name, like, well, who is this person? Why are we calling something after him? That's why I went into all this, and then this primary operators. This I may have to delete this. This may be going into too much detail. So we could just say set of values true or false. How about that? And I'll put this under operators. All right, let's see if I can get this all of this on one. Yes, I did. Look at that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have one more symbol. Okay, that's the one I said that I was not going to do. Okay, so we're good. So these are our primitives right here. So we'll say JS primitives. All right, a little bit more organization now, so a little bit better. All right, cool. So I've now done primitives and operators. I'll do another time. Not today. Put that on another page. All right. Hey, what's up, Yanni? Just FYI, I don't have my typical setup with me. So I don't have my iPad or anything, so I won't be seeing messages in real time. So if any of you have questions or thoughts or just want to say something, just leave it. It's gonna feel like I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. I just don't see it. I'll respond when I see it, and you'll see it when I see it. So you'll know when I see it. No. Well, yes. Well, no. I'm using JavaScript to teach people how to program. I think like the language is irrelevant. People who focus on languages is retarded to me. Like that doesn't matter, right? Like focus on the programming, like the problem, and all the languages are the same. Now, here's why I chose JavaScript. I came into here and oh no, that's a lie. I didn't come into here earlier when I first started this. I was like, oh, I want to start working on my YouTube content for this year to kind of like show how to program as well as to other stuff. And I was like, I don't know what language to do, so it was in my notes actually. Open question: what language to teach? The way I answered that, and maybe I should have took note of this. Let me go ahead and do that. It's in my history. Give me a second to find that. Oops. What the fuck is going on? Why is it not working? All right, hold on. Now I had. Oh my gosh, how do I? History. How come that wasn't doing? Like, why is Chrome? Why is? Wait, hold on. I'm pissed off now because Google Docs is changing my keyboard shortcut behavior. Like it's doing that. It shouldn't be overriding my browser's default keyboard behavior. Man, this is the state of software today. It's all fucking trash. All right, I'm looking for the article that I found that told me that JavaScript is the most. Oh yeah, right here. Here it is. Most popular programming languages, right here. And then I must have went on here. I think I clicked that. I think it was the first link on Google. Did that just? Yeah, it did just do that. It did just do that. All right, so we'll put that there. So there's my source. So let me open that up here. So all I did was come here and I was like, oh yeah, what's the most popular language? And it was here. And I didn't even scroll down past this. I was just like, okay, sure, I'll do JavaScript. And I made a comment about like I don't truly know JavaScript, but we'll see how this goes. 70% of the world. So I'm like, my answer was answered, and I didn't just accept it because I didn't want to do JavaScript. To be honest, I don't like JavaScript. I want to do something else, but I went to here in my analytics and typed in the word JavaScript, and look at that. What do you know? It's high as fuck. So yes, I'm doing JavaScript tutorials because at the end of the day, yes, I'm doing this YouTube thing, but I'm not doing it for nothing, right? I'm doing it for money. So whatever's going to grow the channel the fastest is what I'm going to do. So it sounds like JavaScript is going to be that. I'm going to do some stuff on Superbase. I'll do some stuff on like Stripe, build like all the different SaaS companies, integrating with them, building stuff with it, that kind of thing. All right, so let's see what else do I need to cover. All right, so we've covered primitive data types. Look at that. That's one video. So now I have to put together a script, record some content, and yeah, the video will be maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll need to talk about variables. So go ahead and do that now. Wait, why is this a heading 2? Yeah, I guess it'll be heading 2 as well. What the fuck? What in the actual fuck is going on? Variables. Okay, all right. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. I won't even say to a location. To assign assign a value. How about this? I won't even say assign. I'll say place. To place a value into memory. So we have 2 types of variables. Actually, we have, yeah. It's kind of interesting because like technically like with this definition, like one of these types isn't going to be a variable, but we'll say 2 types or types of variables. These will be, write once, write many. How about that? How about we say writable and readable? Read only. So how about that? So we'll say read only and writable. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I like this word writable or read only because this is technical in nature. So like, what would someone who don't know anything, what would they say, right? And when so there are two types, right? We have constants and we have variables. But to someone who doesn't know what 2 plus 8 is, oh no, no that's no everyone knows that. But if someone doesn't know what 2 to the power of 3 is, chances are they won't know. They won't know like stuff like this. So I need to, I guess, dumb it down a little bit more. And I don't feel bad for saying that because rappers dumb down their stuff, their content for most people. Like most of the people who listen to rap, as far as I can tell, they have no idea what the people are actually talking about, where it comes from. So it's just like, yeah, it's dumbed down for them, and it sells. It works. Oh, I should also say Happy New Year to y'all. It's I'm in Thailand, so it's not New Year for me. But if you're, I guess, back in time, yeah, if it's the first for you, Happy New Year. Oh wait, ah shit, no, I needed that. Fuck. These close tabs. Okay, here we are. Cool, cool, cool. So I want to keep these with my notes. Oh, it opened up the same one. Okay, I see. Okay, there we are. All right, I am a bit hot. Oh, by the way, I've discovered guava juice is magically delicious. I love this shit. It's delicious. I've never had guava juice. I didn't even know. I thought I didn't like it. Maybe it's uh maybe it's that other fruit that I don't like. Passion fruit. I don't know. It's one of them I don't really like, but I like this. This is delicious. All right. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the words that I know for now, and I will come back to this, and I'll put a comment to come back to this. So we'll say variable and constant. Now, figure out better. All right, so variable and constant. So what's a variable? Oh, come on. What's a variable? This is literally the value can change. Oh, this is a key word. So we'll bold that once assigned. So the reason why this is a key word because I now need to explain what the hell an assignment is. Why? Because we have an operator for it, right? Like, so yeah, I had to explain that. So like, it's a keyword. So once assigned, the value may not change. All All right. Now I'm curious, because there are a couple of you watching. Are there any Are there any? Would this definite would this be enough for variables? Like obviously, I'm going to go over assigning things and all that kind of crap. But this should be a good enough definition, right? Sometimes I've been told, my mom, she always says that things that are easy for me are probably not easy for other people. To me, this is it's simple. So I'm asking you all to help me. Is this simple? Is that what I don't know. Wait, wait, had one. I'm sorry. What did I ask? My bad, Yanni. Sorry. What did I ask? Oh, guava juice. Ah, yes, yes. Oh no, I didn't ask. My bad. Okay, yes, yes. This guava juice is delicious, and it's for free. Well, I don't know if you can count because you're a computer science major, so you suffer from the same bias as me. So, uh, yeah, you suffer from the same bias as me. In fact, it may be the case that most of the people on the live stream on Twitch suffer from the same bias. So maybe the people on YouTube are the ones. Well, I don't know. Maybe if they're watching this, maybe they too also suffer from the same bias. So maybe you're right. Maybe my audience are going to be the people who seek this out, so at least they know. But hopefully, this is good enough for people who know nothing. Because that's the goal, right? I'm not trying to teach people who already know how to program JavaScript, because I'm not truly teaching JavaScript. In fact, let's do this. Programming. Programming tutorial for beginners. And yeah, that. So we'll do that. Put our little title in JavaScript. With JavaScript. We'll just say that. So the reason why I'm doing this is to try to force the the idea that I am not teaching JavaScript. I am not going to teach a language. That is stupid to me. In the people who went to schools where the school teach them a language, those schools are stupid to me, and their degrees are stupid because you shouldn't be learning how to. You shouldn't be learning a language. You should be learning how to program, and that's what I want to teach is how to program. I'm gonna make this even clearer. Taught with JavaScript. Taught with JavaScript. That's it. So it's just a minor detail that is in JavaScript. But because I still have to talk about how to program, some of these things, variables, this exists outside of JavaScript, right? Except, I'm not going to call this constant. Well, shit, this is where things get interesting because in not JavaScript, a constant is different. Constants are assigned ahead of time, during compile time. And yeah, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. Whereas constant in JavaScript is a read only variable, and the distinction is when does it get assigned. At least that's how I make a distinction between a true constant and a variable. Is variables are assigned at runtime. Maybe I should put that in here. Provide the manipulate these values get assigned at runtime. All right, cool. All right, and there's also something called constants, but I guess we won't get into that because that's not a JavaScript thing. Okay. The reason why I'm doing this is because whatever the term, oh wait, yeah, whatever the term that's going to give me the best volume is, that's what I'm gonna try to like do this as. So what's likely going to happen? What the hell? What's likely going to happen is I'm going to split this up into videos based on the high level concept. So variables may be a part of primitives, right? Because I think they kind of go hand in hand. And then operators may get its own video. Let me see where my notes are. Yeah. So primitives and primitive data types and variables. Maybe this should get its own video. And another thing that I should do, and I'm gonna have to talk to my tutor to see if she'll be able to support me in this, is to see if I can somehow align this with my language study. And then this can also be additional content. I can translate, basically I can write a script. So I'm gonna have to start writing scripts. Write a script. I can translate it to Mandarin, and then like get copy editing help from my tutor. And then I can also probably do Mandarin language content as well. That may be fun. So I'm thinking about how I can differentiate myself. I imagine there are not many people like me doing computer science, or I guess not computer science, but like programming content in Mandarin, right? So that's 1.52 billion people on Earth speak the language. So that gives me a lot more people who I can potentially reach. Maybe search in programming variables as a search term. Okay. Oh, come on now. The UI. I think, can you see this? Can y'all see this? Because sometimes I know I get upset, and I want y'all to understand, like, this is some of the reason why I get upset. Like, I can't see. Why is there UI here? Sure, I can copy it, but like, I don't like, now it's copying the button. This is dumb. I'll just type it, whatever. I'll just type it. Let me see if I can programming variables. Wait. Okay, programming variables. It's medium. But this is showing up as variables in C programming language. How to program. Look at that. But it's not how. I wish it would show the full search term. Oh, but maybe these are stop words. Maybe. Or no, maybe programming is the right thing. Programming for beginners. JavaScript programming for beginners. Nah, JavaScript was hot. What the hell? JavaScript programming. Yeah, here we are. Learn JavaScript. All right, 14 million, 9.1 million, 160. Okay, so I'm not gonna get to here because this is a full thing. I just don't care enough. That exists. I'm going to get into how to program, but also how to build stuff, and I think that was one of the things right here. So what should my focus be on? Pure problem solving, which I think is easy, or building something useful, which is exponentially harder. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna ask this to y'all, I guess. So let me see if I can do a poll. I know there are only 2 of you, but I'm doing this so that I can figure out how to do polls, because the last time I tried to do a poll, it didn't work. So let's go to my question. Okay, there's a character limit. Fuck it. I'm not gonna use a poll. I'm gonna make my own choice. No offense, but I won't even say it. I'm just gonna do what I want because at the end of the day, I haven't gotten to where I am by listening to what the fuck other people have to say. So, sorry, not sorry. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm not asking y'all. All right, so I'm gonna do how to actually build something useful. So we'll do that. So then, like now, this right here is now going to become a means to an end. So I'm not going to go into as much detail. So now I'm not going to compete with Learn JavaScript full course because, I mean, what's the end result of this? Maybe my end result should be you have a working application deployed somewhere, written in JavaScript. It looks like their end result is importing a module from somewhere. Okay. All right, we can do better than that. All right, so here's one thing I promise with my my little course. It's not going to be a course, or it may. It may. That would be something new. But my promise is that you're like, if you follow through it, you will end up with something that exists on the internet that does something actually useful. And on top of that, because programming in a box is stupid, you will also learn how to use Git and how to create PRs and how to deal with issues on GitHub. All the things that people just don't know how to do. Like you can know how to balance a tree, but if you can't commit your work, it's like who gives a fuck what you can do, right? Okay. So this is no longer going to be called programming tutorial because now I'm no longer focused on problem solving. This is going to be application development. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, so I'm going to remove operators because this is going to be in another video. So this is kind of like, the high level information that I want to cover for this first one. And we're going to put a T2 or H2 in here, or H1, I'm sorry, H1. And this is going to be called primitive types, variables and their types. And maybe this is a subtitle. Variables and their types. Are subtitles, does it matter? Does this matter? Okay, so in here, I'm not gonna, I think I'm gonna introduce one operator. I remember when I was in school, it was kind of common for us to be introduced to something before we knew exactly what it was. And that was really useful because like once we were introduced to it, like later, like maybe the next day or the next week, we would then learn what that thing is and then the other things that are part of that class of things. So in this case, operators. I'm going to have to introduce an operator in this tutorial, specifically the assignment operator. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to withhold information that this is an assignment operator, right? And this is, just so we're all clear, that's an assignment operator. So I'll just, I'll use it, but I won't say what it is. And then when I follow up with the operator video, I can say, hey, you actually know an operator. You've seen one, it's this one right here. And then we can give it a name, the assignment operator, and how it works, as well as all the other operators, like the unary and all that kind of stuff. So we will introduce the assignment operator here, but let me go ahead and get some organization going right quick. So we're gonna, oops. I'm not sure why I have these pictures in here. Like, none of this should even be here, but whatever. Application. Okay, here we are. Okay, cool. So then we're going to make a new folder. And let's call this application development. I know I misspelled that, so I gotta rename it. Okay. All right, cool. Now we have a little bit of stuff. So what's likely going to happen is each one of these things is going to be it's going to form the basis of a script. And then I need to find some stock content. So yeah, let's go ahead and start looking for some things. So MDN.js, that's MDK, I want MDN. What I'm looking for are the like the logo. All right, so we'll put media, screen capture, music, images, payroll. Why is it so hard to make a new file? Why can't I make a new file from from Finder? Like, this has been something I've had an issue with for almost 20 years. Why can't I create a new file in Finder? It's been 20 years. surely by now we can create a new fucking file. Just a, like, I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah, runtime. When you run the program. There you go. When you run the program. Yeah, good call out. So now we no longer need to do. Wait. That's the name implies the values in memory can change. Okay, cool. So yeah, like when you could just like use another sentence, and that can avoid having to define something. That's even better, right? All right, let's go ahead and create a new library. Just kind of get it started. And let me go ahead and put a new project together here. This is, wait, where's code? Oh, okay. This is YouTube. So this is application development tutorial. So what's going to happen is eventually all of these, we can close this, all of these whatever, like these sub videos will live under here essentially. That's what's going to happen. Come on, just work with me now. All right, so we're going to create a new library, and I'm going to throw this in the folder that I just created right here. And this is going to be called variables and their types. All right. And the reason why I'm putting it in Dropbox is because this isn't my primary editing machine. So I put it here, like it will automatically, it'll be available when I get home. Now I'm probably gonna publish something. I'm gonna try to publish something today or tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. But before I can do that, I gotta go take a break. I will be back in maybe 15 minutes. All right, I gotta figure out how to do the break. back again for some more whatever I was doing. All right, cool. So, close that. I think we're good on that. Pretty good on that. Not sure why I have the same thing open more than once. And I think I put that logo in my in that folder. Hopefully, let's find it. Media, music, images. Yep, I did. All right, cool. All right, so so part of the thing, what I'm gonna need to do is look for images that can kind of get my point across or something. I may actually have to draw. Maybe we'll see. I may create my own assets. We'll see. Let's see. Begin. Oh, actually, I need to talk about the keywords for a variable. All right, so we have a few keywords. We have var. Oh, come on, man, fuck, quit changing my shit. Okay, we have let. And we have const. And I'm just not gonna press enter because it's gonna change it. Okay, var. This is gonna. What the fuck? Why is it changing my stuff? Like, what's up with computers thinking that they can change what the fuck I do? What happened to computers obeying my command? I didn't ask. You know what? It's my fault for using Google Docs. I will use a better tool. This is all my fault. Yeah, I should have just did this as Markdown to begin with. So now I'm gonna have to like format this. So give me a second. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to stop using Google Docs altogether. Like this is embarrassing. Like there are actual links in here, and they didn't copy, like not links. I'm sorry. There's formatting here like this, and they don't copy over. Wait, I can't find the types of variables. Oh, here we are. I was like, I thought I had types of variables. Okay, do that. Actually, no. I think I had. It's going to yell at me, so I'll do H3. All right. And this is also an H3. Okay, now we can annotate. All right, so var. This is going to create a variable in the global scope. So we're gonna have to figure out what scope is. So let's put a little thing right here. Or can I put a caret? I forgot how you do annotations and not annotations, what's the word? Shit, what do you call those words? Like in a book, how you have like they may have a word or a concept, or they may talk about something, and it'll have like a little, I don't know, I forget what they're called. Yeah, all right, whatever. I forget what they're called, so we'll just do that. So it creates a variable in global scope. Creates a variable in lexical scope. Again, I had to go over this. I think this is how you do it, the thing that I'm talking about, but I forgot, to be honest. I guess the best way to tell is to look. No, that's not how you do it. Okay. I'll figure it out. Create a read only variable in lexical scope. All right, so let's go to GitHub because I know that this is part of Markdown. Oh wait, hold on. GitHub. Wait, what? I'm not signed in. It's interesting. Use this method. No, I actually hate this method. I've actually told to never use this method again, but GitHub is just like, no, fuck you. We're going to keep using the method that you don't want to use. Like, I don't know why these companies think that like adding more inconvenience to my life is the right thing. Like, you know, by having me, like, what if I don't have my phone? Some of us are, you know, not addicted to these dumbass devices and we don't have them on us all the time. So sometimes there have been times where like I need to log into a site and I will just straight up not log in, and I may forget for a few more weeks or months or years because I'm not going to go and get a phone to log into a site that's done. I have better things to do with my time. Sitting down and taking the shit is a better use of my time than doing that. Yeah, I'll read the issue stuff later. I don't care right now. Yeah, that thing. Yes, footnotes. Yes, that word. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. All right. That's how you do it. So I was very close. Very close. There we go. It's still all right. So this isn't going to do it, but that's okay. Oh wait, no, that's because I put these parentheses after it. Let's delete that. Okay, now I'm confused. One. I want to say that these can be named too, but I'm gonna do it this way. Global scope. And then this will be 2. Lexical scope. All right. Does that work? No. Okay. Well, perhaps I will use another tool that supports GitHub rendering. All right, we're gonna save this in my my project, which is somewhere. I forgot. Damn it. Production, video, footage, apps. I've legit forgot where this is supposed to be. Is it video? No. YouTube. Okay, yeah, this is YouTube. Okay. Maybe it should be in YouTube because I'm not actually going to publish only on YouTube. I plan to publish everywhere, but we'll keep it here for now. So we're going to save this as, which one is this for? Primitives and their types. Wait, no, variables and their types. Oh, actually, this is just going to be notes. Script. We'll call it script.md. It'll have script and notes. Wait, what? Where's YouTube application variables in their type script? There we are. Save. Save. All right. Oh, and I had to define it. Okay, maybe that's the part that I didn't do. So maybe I was not being fair to the other thing. That doesn't seem, it's, does it not work? I thought this worked in preview. This doesn't seem to be working in preview. And you may be wondering why am I putting effort into this? I will likely also make stuff like this available as resources, right? So like it's important that this is written well. And then we're gonna have to go into functions. Oh wow, the moon is here. Let me see if I can show the moon. How do I? The moon is like red. It's really cool looking. Let me show it. I have a slight zoom. And I may have to manual focus. Give me a second. Y'all see it? It's wait. I'm trying to focus, but I'm using my computer to do it. Okay, yeah. It's gosh, how do I? Oh, you see it? Okay, all right. I'm over here trying to figure out how to show it. It's really big. The cameras never do anything justice, to be honest. So yeah. Yeah, I just noticed. Oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm on my. This is my new lens, Johnny. That's why I'm like. That's why it's dark, actually. It's only an f4. Yeah, it's only an f4, so it's dark. But it's great for in the daytime because I'm never going to shoot above f4 in the day. In fact, I often have to put a ND filter still on in the day. So yeah. I also just realized that my music was never turned down. Apologies for that. Let's see what MDN has to say about some lexical scoping. Well, okay, all right. So maybe we can go lexical. We'll pull the definition up. Related to words, no, that's not correct. There's another lexical. That one. I will refine. Oh shit, let me close this. It's gonna confuse me now. Oh, is music still too loud? Oh, and I also realized it's not sharing my screen. My bad. Not having my iPad is a pain. How do I switch? There we go. Did I? Where's the? Oh, here it is. I'm dumb. I am very dumb. Okay. Oh my gosh. I wish I can turn off like all this crap because I don't care. Like I really I don't care. Technically, it's not just a variable; it's a function. But given that I haven't introduced functions, I don't see the need to dirty the waters and say, oh, actually, it's all these other things too. This is just add confusion. And honestly, like closure creates the lexical scope, so I won't cover that either because I'll cover closure like in a function thing maybe. Lexical scope relates to the location a variable is in. We can expand that definition as we learn more things, I think. Okay, so then we'll have some examples. Examples. Oh, this is a comment. Shit, I'm just gonna do this. So if someone were to copy this, even if they didn't know what it was, that's okay because the computer will just ignore it. I'm not gonna try to explain that this is comment. Like I'll just say that this is undefined. That's the value that goes in the foo. Why? Well, because I didn't assign it. We're not going to use food, we're going to use food. And the food that I've eaten is past you. Actually, how do you even spell that shit? Where? I ordered it. Hold on, let me go look on the menu. Oh yeah, I'm on a computer. I have the internet. I'm tripping. I'll do patsy. Okay, it's literally how I spelled it. Okay. Oh wait, maybe I don't put a comment here. Oh, excuse me. All right, so I know I just got back, but I feel this Thai food coming. So uh, I think I'm gonna call it because it's also like 2:31 a.m. So I'm gonna go out and like go walk around, explore, see the night market, that kind of thing. So I am gonna call it. I will try to like. I'll let's see. I may try to do 2 hours a day. We'll see how it impacts my other stuff. Cause I also have work and I also have Muay Thai training and I also have like the fact that I actually want to explore and live my own life. So I will try to do this for 2 hours, but we'll see. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today. I will see y'all. Well, no, this isn't food that I'm about to eat. I'm about to go get rid of food that I ate earlier. It's starting. It crept up on me fast as fuck. So yeah, I gotta go. And yeah, we'll talk a little bit later. Hopefully there'll be a video coming out soon. Coming out soon. All right. Until then, peace. I gotta figure out how to end it. So just wait while I figure out how to end this. All right, I'm out. Peace. Y'all have a good rest of the day.